Hi everyone, Jenny Lion here, coming alive. So this is only the second live actually this year. So happy New Year for everyone that we haven't said that yet. And yeah, I'm really excited to be on here again. So today we are talking about how to create soulful content to attract soul clients. And this training is particularly good for spiritual entrepreneurs, coaches, healers who know that you have an enormous spiritual genius within you and you are super ready to really step up in your business this year and create some amazing content which is going to convert the clients or convert potential clients into clients. Okay, so if we haven't met yet and you're new to my page, I'm Jenny Lyon, Rainbow Anderson, and I am a healer, I'm a master healer, and I'm a mentor, I'm a spiritual business coach. So I typically serve my clients you can see, guys, I typically serve my clients either in a group environment or I work one-on-one with leaders who want to become more body leaders and powerful in their leadership. And I work with spiritual entrepreneurs in different containers to help them with their marketing and help them with their message and content and things like that. So come on in. If you're watching the live, please put hashtag live. And if you're watching the replay, please put hashtag replay. And say hello as well, maybe. So if you haven't met yet, say hello. If we're friends already, say hello. So nice to see you. Okay, so let's dive into this. How to create soulful content to attract soul clients. So if you are a spiritual entrepreneur or a coach or a healer who have so much spiritual genius within you and so much transformation to offer your clients, anything from healing trauma and issues to stepping up into their own intuition and purpose and leadership, or clearing ancestral past lives, or helping them understand their destiny, or whatever it is, or help them heal from long-term trauma or something conditioning in this lifetime to really become the best themselves. So you know how amazing your tools are, and I can really resonate with you guys because obviously I started out before I was doing business coaching, I started out as a healer online, helping people heal. And I really struggled in the beginning to articulate the value of the actual exact step and what happens in the healing and the exact results and the exact long-term results and things like that. And because that's kind of what people sign up with coaches and healers because they want to improve either their business or life, or they want to reduce something, their stress, or increase, make more money, or people sign up for a specific reason, right? So when it comes to your content as a spiritual coach or a spiritual healer or somebody delivering your gifts, it's so non-tangible that even for the person on the other side who is the client, even if that person is quite spiritual, because they potentially wouldn't work with you unless they felt, accustomed and happy to do some spiritual work, even they want to understand on a very sort of intellectual, grounded way how this work that you're going to do together is going to help them do X, Y, Z, right? And my passion personally one of my passions is to really, really help and equip spiritual entrepreneurs, healers, these way showers to be able to create some kick-ass content, like, really create some amazing messaging and positioning in the market that stand out, that really helps the client understand how powerful and good the work is, why they need it, and why they should be signing up now, right? That's like one of my missions here. And behind that why is because I want to help the world heal. And I can't help the whole world heal because I can't do that on my own. So if I could equip spiritual entrepreneurs with amazing business and marketing skills and content and things like that, helping with that, they are subsequently healing the world, right? In their own unique way. So I have like a massive why behind my positioning, if you see what I mean. And also, I really want to celebrate the 19 souls that are in Soulfire right now. And I can see somebody saying hello actually in the message. So that's Lauren saying, hi, Lauren. Lauren is saying, and so #live. So Lauren is one of my clients. Really good to see you, Lauren. Always good to see you. So, yes. So basically, we have 19 souls in Soulfire, and this is a course that I've just started 2 weeks ago. So we have our second session, isn't it? It's a 4-week course. But I just want to celebrate the beautiful people there. There's 19 amazing channels, amazing healers. We have an author coach in there, a creative that does help with art. We have healers, soul contract readers. We have channels, like everyone. It makes me go, my whole body is tingling. Every single soul, and coaches as well, we have in there. Every single soul in there have an astrologer as well. We have an astrologer as well. Has amazing abilities, like amazing, so powerful work to be done in this world, like the most powerful work right now as we are going through the ascension process. So to help them completely stack out their calendars with amazing clients, whether they decide to do it in groups or serving people one-on-one in programs, and really helping them do that makes me feel so happy. Makes me feel so happy in my heart. My heart is like, feels so happy because I'm helping them to get clarity and confidence and finding the words. And at the moment, we're in week 2 where we are clarifying social media channels and things. But nevertheless, let's go back to the content. So the content is the bridge. It's not just a picture and a bit of text, Your content is the bridge between you and your ideal client. The bridge that the client is going to go, right, if I step onto this bridge and I follow this woman and I take these steps towards her work and her containers, my desires that I have and the symptoms and problems I have, will be solved and my desires will be fulfilled. And so the content bridge, as I call it, includes, so you might want to take a note of this, it includes your messaging. So your messaging means everything that you put out there, whether it's a podcast, email list, posts, reels, all the way you are messaging with your potential clients is messaging. The more powerful, so that's a part of your content, okay? So we are doing some of that in Soulfire, but also we have, so I need to tell you this, guys, we have the content party, which is starting on the 12th of February. So you want to check that out as well. It's in the video, the link is there. So your content, messaging is a part of your content. So the clearer the messaging, and the more finely tuned and the more authentic and sophisticated this messaging is, because also now we need to really stand out. We can't have watered down messaging because the market is very saturated. So that means that if we have a watered down message, it doesn't make it to the top. So the messaging has to really, and we're going to do this in the content part, by the way, we're going to dive into the messaging a lot more. But the messaging, the more refined, the more sophisticated, the more on point, and the more it touches your client's soul, they will be a client that potentially will sign up. Because also, when you think of content now, people have moved away a lot from the scarcity tactics, the false urgency. People really see through unauthentic marketing. Okay? So the only way to actually really sign up soul aligned clients is to be so authentic and so in integrity, and really dial in your messaging so that you can really work with these amazing people that are waiting to work with you. Because that also is going to filter out totally misaligned people as well. And we don't want misaligned people in our containers, because then it's not fun. It's not fun for them, and it's not fun for you, and it doesn't give any results for anyone. So it's like no point. So the messaging is a part of your content. Now, so your content is the part of that is the messaging. Your content is also like your tone of voice in your branding. Now, I don't do branding for my clients, but I help them a little bit with their voice, as in like what style, through a test that they take. But your content is also like your tone of voice, the branding that you have chosen to be or stand for, and that the branding is the tone of voice, but also visuals. You know, there is a graphic element to it as well, of course. But that's not branding. That's just a part of the branding. Like, you know, the visuals are just a little part of branding. Branding is like the voice, what you stand for, the things that you are here to change, like, you know, the voice that you have in the market. Now, so obviously we have with the content, so it's the messaging within the content, the graphics as well. So your content is everything, like your podcast, your posts on your chosen social media platforms, the connections that you are making online, maybe in collaborative networking, or maybe you like guest speak in other places where you are in front of other people's audiences. For example, everything that you put, this is content. This talk, this chat I'm doing here for 20 minutes today, I'm going to do it, is content. Okay? So everything that you put out there, which has to do with your business and which has to do with the people that you help and has to do with all the things that you stand for and the way you transform people's lives, is content. There's a few pieces inside your content which is going to move the client from being a fan to being a raving, like, evangelist. That is, if you, and we were talking about this in Soulfire, so if you are a Soulfire client watching this now, you know exactly what I mean. And my people in my Connect the Soul Club as well know about this, because I teach them in Connect the Soul Club about this. So if you think of you as a doctor, you are the doctor, so you will be the doctor of relationships, or the doctor of well-being, or fitness, or the doctor of soul contracts, or the doctor of multidimensional healing. You know, if you think of yourself as the doctor, and you can totally understand this client's symptoms and problems they are having, and also what kind of results they would like to receive or achieve in their life. If you can talk to them in a way as a doctor, like you're interested in how what bothers them, you speak their minds, like you know what keeps them up at night. And this is through the symptoms. We understand their symptoms, what keeps them up at night. And you speak to them in your content in this way without triggering them, because all pain triggered content is really kind of old school now. We need to show the clients that we understand where they feel frustrated, where they're struggling, where they get stuck. We need to tell them, yes, we understand where this problem is, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing. But we don't want to trigger them, because that's it's like a bit of a trauma, could be a trauma response as well. So in really soulful content and soulful marketing, which is what I teach, we make sure that we also dial in on their desires, and also dial in fully on their, like not just the desires and the symptoms, but also what is actually happening in their life right now. And we do this through content, and that would be through writing posts, through doing lives, through doing carousels on Instagram and LinkedIn. We're doing reels, we position ourselves as the expert. We explain in a very grounded way through our content how we can exactly help the client. Okay? And then from them being just a fan to a raving evangelist means they have to trust your expertise and your experience. So you shouldn't be shy to show in your content how good you are. So I have 23 plus years experience in coaching, healing, mentoring, and helping people therapy. I have 5 years experience in business coaching, and I have served clients over 6,500 hours. More, I think it is now. I think it's more like 7,500, but it is a lot of time that I have spent with clients, which means I am an expert in what I do. And I know what I'm doing, right? So I should not be shy to tell you guys this, because you'll be like, well, if she's done that and has so much success with all these people, I can trust her, right? Now, if you don't have all that extensive experience yet, you can still say, well, I used to work in a school for 20 years and I was managing teams, or I used to work in this environment for this long and I used to manage this. That is experience. So it's like in your content, you really want to create this expertise and experience bridge at the moment more than anything, because false urgency and scarcity marketing, that was very sort of bro marketing a few years ago, or this still happens, I think, really sort of lean into preying on the clients, and really sort of like make them feel like, oh, this is fear of missing out, like FOMO on stuff. And actually, often that persuasive language, those people didn't have enough experience and expertise to actually help those clients to go on this bridge, the content bridge, or the bridge from being struggling to being a hero. They didn't have enough actually experience, they didn't have enough expertise to help the client do that, but their messaging and their content told them that they could do it. Yeah. So the important thing here is that we need to still create content that is kick-ass. Like, we say what we are good at, we dial in on the desires and the symptoms, we explain how we can help them. Storytelling is massive. And you dial in on all those things, and basically no bullshit, right? Just how you have it, how good you are, how much experience you have, the testimonials of all your other clients who did the same thing you did. And you stand up in your truth, like you stand up in your integrity, you stand up in that, and you show it. That is 24 vibe onwards. That's the 24 vibe onwards. And all the unauthentic marketing and all the out of integrity marketing and all the unconscious marketing is dying, in my opinion. So if you feel like you are struggling with the content, i.e., you don't know your messaging, you are thinking, should I post today? And you don't know, like, what about my visuals? What about my branding? What am I supposed to be doing? And how do I feel confident and like not shy, about myself and my expertise and really stand, in my power and in my glorious, brilliance of who I am, because that's a little imposter syndrome. We can also handle that. Then I can help you. I can help you in the content party, for sure. Now, if you don't, so we start on the 12th of February. The early bird ends on the 5th of February. So it's still early bird on, so it's only £111. It's about $135. And it's a 4-week intensive. You need to click on the link to see what you get. But basically, I created Soulfire because I was like, no, we need to get in there and do it together. So I'm actually really doing it together with the clients. The 19 souls that are in Soulfire at the moment, we're doing it together. And they are doing it together because they're getting paired up as a body. We're going to do the same in the content party because we need to dial in on the messaging. We need to create really solid, like a really solid content suite. So that to create a solid content suite, we need to know which are primary social media channels are. Because it would look different on YouTube than TikTok, and it would look different on LinkedIn and Instagram, right? So we're creating an amazing content suite. So we do messaging first, content suite. Then I'm going to really home in and teach you about Canva. And many of you will use Canva already, but come on, Canva is like the gift from God. I did graphic design in college for 3 years. So although I'm not a graphic designer, I have an eye. I have an eye for the art and the beauty of things. Also, Taurus rising and Libra. It's going to have to look pretty, right? So so I can help you with that. And then the next thing is like the visuals, like video, reels, equipment, doing the thing. How do we repurpose things? How do we save things? How do we make the most out of our content so we don't feel like we have to recreate content all the time? So if you are struggling and you're thinking, what do I post today? What your message is, you have no content suite, you might feel interested in Canva, you might have already some Canva going on, but you really need to sort that out. And you also want to get more excited and visual on the actual video reels, like the actual video element. The content party is also for you. So I'm inviting you to join me. We're going to have so much fun because the party, is a content party. Now, if you also have some friends who would like to join, share the link, please, and they can join us. Now, what's the other thing I want to say? So anyway, you have content, so you have access to this group forever. So even when you've gone through those 4 weeks at the content party, you can come back in the group and use all the resources and everything. So it's like forever, stay with you forever. Something else to say. Yes, you need to know your niche. So if you're not in the Soulfire group right now, and if you're not in my Connect the Soul Club, you need to know your niche really before you start the content party, because if you don't know your niche, you don't know who you're talking to. Even if you have a good idea, it's good enough. But if you have no idea, like you can go and get my nails and niche worksheet, but it is, as you soulfire people know, it's a little bit of crafting that is happened. We dial in to this niche. It's not just to say I help statement, it's much deeper than that. So if you have a problem with that, like let me know. But really, ideally, I want you to be good and kind of dialed in on your niche before you join the conference. All right, I am going to go now. I'm so excited about this group. We're starting the 12th of February, and I'll see you there. So if you're a coach, healer, somebody who, basically what I said, struggling in some sort of shape or form with this whole thing, then you should join us. I thought there was another yes, there was another person there. Yes, I can hear you, but there's something with the sound. Oh, is it something with the sound? Oh, maybe I just saw it now, so maybe it's too late. Hopefully you've heard me okay. All right, guys. So I'll see you there. If you have any questions, just drop the questions below or send me a message, and I should be answering. I'll see you all soon. I wish you a wonderful rest of your week. Tuesday, rest of the week, a few more days, and I'll see you really soon. And do not feel like you have to hold it back. You can always message me, ask me questions. I'm always here to help. Okay, see you soon. Bye.